Hey, welcome back to Mobility Project. Showing that we're always tinkering, and on the camera today is one of my super coaches, Roop. He's a second-year doc student PT, and he's come up with a really kind of unique variation, a unique way to basically take the couch anterior hip mob and make it worser, which is, you didn't think that was possible by yourself. So here's the problem. You know, the couch is a standalone. It should be, you know, it's like having eggs in the house. Like, you should be able to spend some time here. The issue, and the reason this is so great, is that I get full leg flexion. And now with full leg flexion, I can start talking about kind of some of these anterior structures. The problem is that this doesn't account for the joint capsule at all. And all I'm going to do is capture all of the tight bits here, but it's not going to reflect changing any of that anterior hip structure. So what we've always said is, hey, do the super couch, right? You get a super friend, you anchor this along somewhere else, you wind yourself up in the couch position again, and someone is creating a distraction for us. Here, Roop's going to get it. Now I got someone creating distraction for us in that hip capsule, and I'm already in the position. So this is great, but it's tricky. So here's a variation. Roop was noticing that when he was just in these positions where we look at the anterior hip, he wasn't accounting for that full hip flexion. So I'm going to show you what he has come up with as a kind of better way to treat this yourself. And what we're always trying to do is simplify here to make it easier, so you need fewer props, fewer stuff. So explain what you're doing.
So as I was saying, I was having a problem getting that complete flexion, so I decided to do it.
Flexion of the lower leg, right?
Flexion of the lower leg, getting the heel to the butt. So what I started doing at home was finding ways that, knowing I didn't have these apparatuses to hold my weight.
Is it apparatuses or apparati?
Apparati. Apparati to hold my weight. So what I started doing was just finding a way where I could wrap that band around my legs such that I can keep that heel more or less glued to my backside.
Isn't this when we actually hobble a horse? This is what you technically are doing, right?
Exactly what you're doing,
so you're just basically have hobbled yourself.
Yes.
This is great. So if I was going to come over and attack you right now is the time.
This is time.
You look like a kid in play video right now, right? Okay, so now what we can do then is, with that single strap, now that we're accounting for some leg flexion, lower leg flexion, now when Roop winds this thing back up, he can do the variations where the band is pressing in, but we've got a lot more leg flexion. So now we can really account for a good hip capsule, because this is the problem with the couch stretch, is we're not really ever hitting this because this angle is so acute here. We really want to get that leg open, but still accounting for some of this, and this makes this a much, much better variation. And you'll notice that Roop has his butt squeezed in, and he has no pain face. This is why he's going to be excellent. And of course, because I'm a super friend, and I just happen to be having an extra foot, I can then torture him, taking it to the nth. So some hot death with some other torture. But you get the idea, is that we want you guys to be thinking about, how do I challenge these tissues? You know, Roop was feeling open in the hip, but he wasn't capturing this last bit. And what was your test retest? What did you notice when you did this, Roop?
Heel to butt gained about 3 or 4 inches, and it felt a lot looser in the capsule.
Bam! Another way to tweak this. You guys have been sending in great ideas on the MobilityWOD. Keep them coming. We think they're great. You guys keep toying around, because we can make this better. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks, Roop.
Yep.